Mr. Chair, I am going to be speaking to Part 1, Clause 4, which is where the introductions to the mandatory reviews are. I am the spokesperson for disabled people for the Greens, and I take that role really seriously. And I know that it is my job to uplift the voices of those people who were not able to participate in a select committee process because we are rushing this through under urgency.
That's right.
This morning, I have had emails from people in that disabled community, and they have asked me to ask specific questions because they're really worried about this bill and what it means for them, and they really want to have clarity. And because they didn't get a chance to have their say, to ask these questions in the select committee process, I know the Minister knows that one of the biggest sayings that they say is nothing about us without us. And in the regulatory impact statement, there is a section here on page 7, which is about the population groups that it impacts. And there's a whole section here for disabled people. And one of the questions that we got emailed today was asking what advice the Minister sought about the effects this legislation will have on disabled people. And in this page 7 of the regulatory impact statement and part 23, I'm really curious to know here where it says, to mitigate this, we are proposing the ability for MSD to allow appropriate exceptions, extensions and exemptions to clients who are not able to respond to these mandatory reviews due to their circumstances. This ability will ensure that clients are not negatively impacted due to no fault of their own. So I would like to ask the Minister what work has been done, what advice has been sought to ensure that those appropriate exceptions and extensions and exemptions to disabled clients have been taken into account in this piece of legislation. And when I'm looking at, still in clause 4 here, 310D, MSD must notify or advise beneficiaries. If we move down to part 2, Roman numeral 3, sorry, clause 2, Roman numerals 3, it is concerning here that it says unless an exemption, an exception or an extension applies, the beneficiary's benefit will be suspended if the beneficiary fails to provide the information by the deadline specified in section 310C, bracket 1 or bracket 2, or the date specified in the extension. So just to recap there, I really would love the Minister to engage with these questions that are coming from the disabled community because they didn't get a chance to have their time in select committee about what advice the Minister has sought and what has been put into this legislation that protects disabled people from being impacted negatively due to no fault of their own. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Honourable Louise Upston.
Mr. Chair, I went through that in quite length in my answer to a previous question, and I don't want members opposite me to misrepresent what I've said. I was very careful about explaining that the Ministry of Social Development are well used to working with people with disabilities. The way the mandatory review has been set up with a range of ways that they can engage in that process. And I've also already said about how the exemptions will be stated in regulations, so I'm not going to repeat myself.
Honourable Jeff.
I wonder if the list of communication methods include Morse code, telegrams, what do you call it, courier parcels, smoke signals, yelling out the window and get the neighbours to pass it on down there, ringing up the auntie who lives down the road who has the only landline to run the cordless phone out. What sort of methods are available?
God, she dodged that question like how Neo in the Matrix dodged all those bullets. That's Louise right now. She's dodging all of these questions, and it's like, oh my fucking God. It's like, look, it's like, do you think 20 days is enough for people to, I don't know, meet their obligations? I'm not going to answer that question.
How long does it take to get your letter?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I don't know how long it sat in the letter. Actually, I'll find out from the postmark. I've just received a letter today.
Are you reading?
I can hear you.
This is the one where the wireless dongle reverted to some factory default, so I can't actually use it as a wireless headset.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
I'll be guilty. I've thrown the letter into the bin, but I received today my leisure card from the Wellington City Council by post. Mm-hmm. And it got ordered last Friday, and I don't know when it arrived in the PO box, but it was there today, where it wasn't there last Sunday when I went to last check the PO box.
I mean, to be fair, depending on what you're receiving from Winds, a lot of it's done digitally now. But not everyone has access to, I don't know, a reliable computer, right? So some people actually still rely on physical mail. for whatever reason. But yeah, the 20-day extensions. I mean, some clients will have circumstances that prevent them from responding to their mandatory reviews. We propose to introduce legislative amendments to allow MSD to implement. Okay, so is this from the regulatory impact statement? It is. Okay, cool. Yep. Extensions where review data can be extended by up to 20 working days if MSD determines that a client has good sufficient reason for needing more time to respond to the review. The regulatory impact provides no statement on the potential issues of having a 20-day extension period, whether or not it's enough or whether or not it's not enough. But, this is probably due, and I can look at the... You can open up regulatory impact statements and have a look at the limitations, right? That's like near the top, like the first page. They stated that there was a lack of public consultation and there was limited scope. And they even went as far in that same regulatory impact statement, the one that I have posted in the chat previously, that they hoped that this was going to go to select committee where they could have got more data and information on this. It didn't. It's like, we're very hopeful that it's going to go to select committee. No, we're just going to do it under urgency. Because
so even the regulatory impact statement was hoping for it to go to select committee.
Yeah, to get more data and get more information.
Yeah.
It didn't go.
Yeah. Okay, shall we see who's up next?